Welcome to the fourth Sunday where I am working on our silly site entry. Next Sunday will be the last and final silly site Sunday. And then in the new year, I have decided to do pow, 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 pow Sundays where I work on our main side project, POW, the Privacy First Menstrual Cycle Journal. So that would be in the new year, but now in December, we will keep it up with our silly site entry. Our silly site entry is bottledhappiness.app, where we are trying to bottle up children's unrestrained laughter. More specifically, hopefully our daughters. We haven't been able to get her on tape yet, but we hope to get it on tape in these Christmas days where, we have more time at home together. Because I really want, I'm working on this site, I really want this for future me, that I can listen to her unrestrained, happy, childish self, because that is just, it's so nice to listen to. And I think it will bring me back when she's like a teenager and, doesn't want to hang with mom anymore and stuff like that. So the plan today is to get Lillian. I should share who we are. So we are Lilly Labs. We are a family business. So it's me, who is the mom and senior developer. Then it's Ulla, who's the junior developer and dad. And then we have Lillian, our 5.5-year-old, that we usually just refer to as the intern on the interwebs. And Lillian has drawn a really nice illustration of a bottle and some bubbles for me that I managed to vectorize, I think, last Sunday. So the plan today is to get this vectorized drawing into our app and try to animate it a little bit. Last Sunday, we animated using Josh Camo's use boop tutorial. So we animated just a square, but today I'm going to try and animate the bottle and these bubbles separately. So I think I need to get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty of animation. I think I'm going to stick to CSS animations, but we'll see. So that's the plan for today. So the first thing I want to do is show you the site, where we're at, and then we'll get into working on it. Okay. And if you're new around here, you can check the description and sign up for my weekly newsletter if you want to know what I'm up to, but you're not ready to watch these long streams. So I'm going to share my screen. There we go. We'll have a look at Bottled Happiness, how it looks. So this is Bottled Happiness. And if you click the bottle, there's a sound. Hopefully the mic is picking that up for you, because I'll have to share the sound directly. I need to share my whole computer, I think, which was a little hard last time. But so we're just gonna, hopefully you heard the sound there. Otherwise, you can go to Bottled Happiness, that app, and check it out yourself. And then there's a little about page here that tells you more about us and the streams. Oh, I've forgotten to put up the last Sunday stream. So I'll have to do that at the end today, this stream, and last week's stream. Okay. So today we want to go to Illustrator. I'm old school. I never learned Figma. I learned Illustrator way back when I was an art director for a big festival in Norway called The Week, or Uka, when I was a student. And I know it well enough to get around. So I kind of just stuck to that because I don't do that much. Design like this. But so here is the illustration we got last time. So what I want to do today is kind of, I don't know if we have time to separate all of these, but I kind of want to separate the bottle out of the, I want to separate the bottle out from the little bubbles, because I want the bottle to pop a little bit. So I probably want to put a shadow behind it or something like that so that it pops from the screen. And to make that happen, I need to separate it from these bubbles. So I'm going to try and do that. Looks like. And chat is working, so that's good. And that's Ula, who is up right above me. Okay. Let's see if I can zoom in so I can actually do some work on this. I'm trying to zoom with the scroll, but that didn't work. Okay. So I probably need to add some anchor points here. Or maybe I don't really have the time for this. I'm just going to export it and import it and see how that looks. Because I have a feeling it's going to take a long time. And then maybe I can get Lillian to create kind of a similar thing, but with the bubbles a little bit off. That would make it easier for me. Okay. So we'll export it. Export for screens. Does that do SVG though? No, that will give us a PNG. Okay. Save as. SVG. So are we getting any? Yeah, let's just try this. I'm gonna do a quick little Google on export SVG for web use Illustrator. See if there's SVG for web. Click on artboard, specify width and height dimensions of the artboard to fit the design, scale the vector artwork to fit the noodly side, select an object path, outline stroke. I think we have that. Select format, click export, use the following settings: internal CSS, convert to outlines, preserve decimals, minified. Okay, let's see if we can make this happen. Export. Export for web legacy? Is that what we want? Export for screens. Can I choose PNG? Oh, there we have SVG. But this artboard is way too big. So that's something we need to fix, I guess. I think before I could do like something like this. And then I think I could make that an artboard in the olden days. I remember, oh my God, I haven't been using Illustrator for so long. Okay, let's see if we can transform, arrange, select. Okay, this doesn't work anymore. How do I document setup? Edit artboards. Okay, we are good to go. We are good to go. Okay, let's see. We need to go over here. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do 100. Good, then we'll try to export, right? Export for screens, and now we can choose SVG. We can do that before. Add scale, I don't think we need to do that. SVG, styling, internal, preserve, font, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, those are the things that they said. Convert to outline. Oh, we don't have any fonts. Image preserve. Object IDs, layer. Oh yeah, we can layer the different objects. Okay, we'll see how this goes. So save setting, export artboard. There we go. Okay, let's see how that looks in our code. So I'm just going to copy that and then head it over to our developed folder and just put it into their silly site. I'm just going to put it into the, do we have like a content? Assets. Then paste it in there. Illustration. And then we'll open the code and see if we can get it into the code. So I know with React Create app that I've been using at work or at the client project, we can import SVGs straight into our code with an import statement, kind of like you do with other JavaScript files or anything like that. And that has something to do with the Webpack config that I've never tried to do myself. But I know that it could be set up so that you can import SVGs directly like that. But I don't know if Gatsby has done the same. So that will be interesting. We'll see how that goes. And if it doesn't work out of the box, we'll have to figure it out. And then we have a good blog post, don't we? So what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, I need to open code. And this is the wrong code. Bottled happiness. And we need, as always, we need to figure out what issue we are on so that we are organized. What am I doing? I usually just do hub browse, not browse. That opens it for me. So let's just do a new issue. Add and animate illustrate. I can't write today. Illustration. That gives us issue number 18. Check out new branch. Illustration number 18. Good. And then just go to our index page and see if we can import it the same way we do laughs. Illustration from assets. I think we're going to move the laughs into the assets folder, Ulla. That would be more in line. Assets illustration. And if this works like it does in React app, we are supposed to be able to just add it like a component and it should show up. So let's see how that works. Yeah, I think the font is big enough, right? It's a little small on the phone here, but no, you could still look at me. I have a phone here in case. Yeah. Well, I was saying in the chat that he has been making some illustrations for switch statements that he's been learning lately. And maybe Lillian is going to color them for him. And then now I think he had a new idea where, oh, he didn't mean to say it maybe, but he wrote which statements. So they are enjoying some work time upstairs as well. Let's see if we can get this to build. I mean, excuse you me. I cannot. I feel like I say this every Sunday, but this time I'm going to blame the wine. I had wine with some really good friends from Sweden. I have a summer house in Sweden. I didn't get to go to this summer because of the pandemic. And we had some Christmas drinks yesterday. So I'm going to blame it on that. So last night I was like, should I really be streaming every, Sunday this early? But why not? And Ula is letting us know that Lillian has colored his illustrations. You can come down later and show it if you like, Lillian. And that's an error we have for some reason from last time. I'm not gonna try and figure that out. Let's see. There is no illustration there. So let's look at our asset. It looks like a good. Okay, so let's see if it's on here at all. Because we didn't get an error. It's actually building. So let's see if something is up with the. We can actually see it here in the DOM or not. No, it looks like there's like nothing. It looks like the illustration is just not. Oh, have I not saved? Yep. So it does not want to. The tag name provided, static illustrations, blah, 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 is not a valid name. So let's then Google Gatsby SVG import. I've seen the following solution: import React component as image, but in Gatsby this doesn't work. Just like this. As you can just source of an image tag, and this method allows you to import inline SVG. For importing SVG images, I've had use React Webpack, the Webpack module. Plugin, you just need to import your SVG like this. Okay, so we need to add a plugin, it looks like. If you want a non-plugin approach from the Create React app docs for adding SVG images as React components, try oh, maybe we can. React component as. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay. I say this every time. I need to code more on this computer since I am not finding my. Yeah, so as people who's been on this stream, listen to the stream before, know I cannot, at my client, I have to work on a Windows computer with the Unix in VM or CentOS in VMware, and I use a different keyboard. So when I'm back on my Mac, I sometimes, especially on stream for some reason, because I'm thinking too much, I am not finding my correct what's called my correct keys. Yes. I'm going to add an SVG there just so we know what we're working with here. So does this work then? Or do I need to read the docs better? Does not seem to work. Okay, we will read the answers better. Oh, there's an official Gatsby guide. I was just going to say we should go to the Gatsby docs because they have been reworking their docs, so they should be easier to figure stuff out. But this took us to this plugin, which is a community plugin. Let's see. To Gatsby Web, add the plugin can remove as built in loader config. There's SVGs from a path matching assets, an URL loader to process SVGs from anywhere else. For now, you can import. From now on, you can import SVGs and use them as components. Other common configurations, name SVGs used in React components like inline and process them with, yeah, we'll just go with the default. In React components, in style files. And then there's lots of other things we could put in there which we're not going to do. Okay, we're just going to use this plugin because that's what we do with, that's what's so nice with Gatsby. We don't have to understand everything always. We can just use something somebody else has made. Why did I copy the install? I don't need that with Yarn. So, do people use Yarn, or are they using npm? Missing list. Oh, save. I shouldn't have save either. And then it said that we should be able to just do it as I originally did. Or maybe we can just put the boop on the whole thing and not think about how we want it to be styled. So how's the weather where everybody's at? In Norway, we often have a white Christmas, but this year it's rain, rain, rain. It's so gray, it's not even funny. And I talked to some people yesterday in England, had like, 3 hours of sun this week or something like that. Isn't this how we're supposed to do it? It's not a valid name. Let's go back. Oh, we forgot to put it into our excuse you me. We need to put this into our plugins, and then we need to restart, of course. So let's put it. It can probably be kind of on the top here because it's what am I missing? There we go. Oh, wow. I mean, I've been using Gatsby for such a long time that I gotten used to some of its like quirks, but look at this now. It says development process needs to be restarted to apply the changes to Gatsby config. So I could have not, I didn't really have to stop it and start it again. So that's a new development for me at least. And it says, oh, it's sunny. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. And here's a message to me in Norwegian. Lillian is coming down to show what she's been working on. And now she's not that happy because her audiobook is not working. Okay, let's see where we're at. Do you think we can act? Ah, look at that. Look at that. So let's remove our bottle. Our placeholder bottle. Let's see if we can put this just straight in here. That. Can you hear the sound from the computer? The laughter? So Ola was saying he like that's not what he intended. That whenever you click it, they're like the sound comes on top of each other. But I must say I really love it. So I'm thinking maybe we should do a random sound on each click. So if you click a lot of times, you get like 5 different laughs on top of each other. That would be a lot of fun. Ska du visa nå? Okay. Vill du komma och säga hi? Okay. Lillian didn't want to say hi to you guys. Sorry. This is already fun. I mean, we're done here. My work here is done. No, I'm just kidding. So at least we have the SVG and we put it inside the bottle. No, inside the bottle, inside the button, which is probably not what we want to do. I want this to be kind of full screen in some way. And then I wanted the bubbles to animate separately from the bottle. So we're going to have a look to see if we can find some identifications for the different paths in the SVG so we can animate them differently. If that doesn't work, we have to go back to our Illustrator file and put them in different layers so that all the bubbles are in one layer and the bottle is in a different layer so we can animate them separately, because I think it looked like there was a way to do that in the when I was exporting. So and let's go back here, and could we do just on click on the illustration itself. Then it kind of went away. Why did it go away? Because of the size. Oh, it's probably because of the size I have here. I don't know if that would work on the illustration. Let's have a look. Yep, and then we can remove the button. Okay, I am having a lot of fun at least. I am having a lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So let's inspect this and see how it looks inside. So each of these paths are, so some of them are connected. So there's paths. So I'm kind of thinking like a simple way to solve this would be to add a little bit of animation to the different paths, just like kind of randomly, or maybe like every third should have this animation and every third should have this animation, and not think that the bottle should have its own kind of vibe. But we'll see how that goes if I manage to, because now we have used something I copied from Josh Camo, a boop component that is surrounding everything. But if I want to get in there, I don't want to put a boop component around every like little path piece. So now I kind of have to use my CSS skills in some way and figure out how to access the SVG paths inside of the SVG and illustrate or animate those separately. So that will be interesting to see if I can figure that out. But first, let's commit this, because at least we are at a point where something substantial has happened. I'm just going to use this. Added the SVG illustration, or replaced. Replace the button component with the SVG illustration. So we've done that. Let's do a little git push to have a backup. And then I'm going to try to look some more into how that boop is actually working, so I can steal some of those IDs, kind of that springiness, and put that onto the different paths. So I know here I can add Didn't I just add? How did I add for child props? I'm using theme UI that I'm very unfamiliar with, so I'm gonna try to figure out again how styles. Yeah, you just put it in there. Let's see if I manage to. So what I want to do now, I just want to try something simple, like changing the color of the paths or something like that. So let's do, we could do stroke, I guess. Stroke. Color. Or how, oh, I don't remember my SVG CSS. Styling SVG. I don't think I have any fill, or maybe I do have fill because I think they are not strokes, they're fills. Let's do red, see if that changes anything. It does, so we know we can access the fill. But if we want to do some paths red and some parts blue, for instance, because I want different animations for the different paths, and I'll see if I can make that work. Then if I do path fill, will it still be red? No. I'm trying to access this path here. Oh, I think what they wanted was something like this inside of theme UI. That works. If that works, how can I do? I want to do like every even and odd. So with CSS, I would do even. I don't know if this works with no. So then we need to go to theme UI and figure out how we can use these what are they called? CSS even, odd. Even and odd rules, selectors, CSS select theme UI, CSS selectors, if I can use those, or if I need to go like straight onto and make it myself. So font family, box shadow, theme aware properties, responsive values, writing mobile first, okay, margin padding, functional values, raw CSS. To opt out of using theme-based CSS, use the CSS prop to render raw CSS values. That's okay. But I want to add some selectors in there. Pseudo elements. Property and pseudo element before. Oh, so maybe I can do the same thing if I do path. And then I do end child. And then I do fill. Maybe that works. Yes, at least we have one over here now. That's good. But shouldn't end child. Oh, sorry, that was end child 2. Yeah, so that's the second child. Good. Yep. And then I want to do even and odd, for instance. End child, every end child. CSS is getting rusty. I used to know these. Let's do an algorithm expression using the n variable. Yeah, that's how we do it. So if I do 3n is red, then every third should become red. Yep. And then if we do every 2n should be blue. We have like a good, or maybe not every 2, that was too much. Every 4th. Cool. Now we're getting somewhere, because now I'm thinking I'll animate the ones with different colors. I'll animate them a little bit differently, so everything goes a little like jelly-like, maybe. I think that's going to be good enough for the site. And then we could do maybe like 5 and could be pink. Yeah, now we're going somewhere. But these are pretty close. Like, why are all the blues like on top of each other here? And then it's probably the way it got made. Could we do some more fun? I'm trying to just make it like a little so it feels like a little bit yet random. Why are all these like in blue is 4th? Something on 4, 8. So if I do 8, then some of them will become yellow, hopefully. Well, not many, but yeah, let's go with this. And then we'll try to animate them separately. So Ulla says he's sent me some images of Lillian. Oh, oops. Maybe you see some notes that I have to myself here. Oh, it's mostly, so I send notes to myself as a copy paste kind of thing. So let's do this one. Yeah, so this is Lillian working on Christmas gifts. I outsourced the Christmas gifts to Lillian, and she's also decided to be a princess the whole weekend, so that's her crown. Okay, back here, we now have, if we click it, everything is animated. Oh, I'm going to turn off the sound. If we click it, everything is animated. I'm going to remove the boop for a little while and then see if we can manage to animate each of these little bubbles separately. So let's have a look at the boop component that we just copied last week. It's not there, it's here, it's in the use boop. So if is booped, then it translates, there's a rotation, scale, then it's a config, which is a spring config. So I'm hoping I could just use these directly on my in my CSS, but these spring config is coming from up here. So that's the end, the rotation, everything is coming from there. Translate, rotate, scale. And then in boop, animated, React Spring. So I need to figure out what that animated kind of does. React Spring animated. I'm guessing that's what's kind of calculating the rotations and stuff like that. Because I cannot like wrap every path with this, so I need to wrap it on a higher up. But it should still work. So if I do import animated, And then I put animate div or whatever around here. And then I could put that style in there. I could use boop. Style. And if I put the spring, transform. So this happens on the one component. But if I somehow can get this for each component, or each, because that's the style. So he gets the style and then he adds it there. But if I somehow can add it to here, let's try that. So I'm going to do use boop. I don't know if you're with me. I'm just saying there and here and blah, blah, blah. But we'll see if we can figure this out. So I'm going to do use boop. I'm going to take it from here. And then there's the boop config. Yes, I want to do several boops, I think. Do const. Well, let's start with one and see if this works. I'm going to do I think I did Y5 earlier. And then we'll add the style to the red ones. And then we'll do the trigger. Unclick is our trigger. I'm wondering if the trigger has to be on the animate, or if it could be, because on what he has done, he's put the on click trigger and then styles, and he's added that to that span. I don't know if this is gonna work, if it does some kind of DOM things under the hood or not. We'll figure that out pretty soon. So if I do the trigger and I do the style somewhere else, if that will work or not. Where are we now? Page index. It's animated. Oh, sorry, animated. And animated. But I might be completely wrong on how this works. Yeah, that does not work. Because it's probably doing, yeah. It is probably doing some stuff where it reads on the actual component. Because I think if I put style on here now, then it should be working. And it should be the same as earlier. Yep. But maybe a way to get around this would be to add these things to the boop here. Let's say we just want to do it on I just want to do it on the red ones to see if that works, if this works at all. I'm just testing things here now. I should probably read the docs for some of this. Yeah, that doesn't seem to work. That does not work at all. Oh, let's go and have a look at React Spring. Is nothing working now? Yeah, everything boops. But I want the separate components to boop. I think I could one way I could solve it if I wanted to use the boop component that I kind of copied from Josh's blog. I could export this illustration. I could export the illustration in its separate little pieces and then import them and put them inside of different components. But that feels kind of wrong. Like I have an SVG. Why not just style? I've been able to style them in different colors. I should be able to animate them separately as well. So if anybody has any good suggestions, bring our components to life. Basics. Okay, use springs. That's nice. But you have to put it on that animated div, of course. I would like to kind of get an animated contains all valid HTML elements, divs, springs, spans, SVGs, etc. If you want to animate React components, elements on other platforms, then do this. Use Spring animated style. Yeah, so there you have animated SVG, stroke dash offset props X, use Spring props X from. Yes, it uses Spring and it says that X should go from 0 to 100. So that's, I guess, the whole way around. But he puts it on. Oh, so I could maybe put animated SVG, stroke dash offset. I probably still won't be able to like select separate SVG elements. Let's see if there are some examples with more of a SVG kind of trails, simple transition. But by now, I think maybe it's easier to just do it with CSS, right? Ooh, I kind of like this. Jello. So what does it actually give us on top of? We think of animations in terms of time and curves. That's why the animations are so nice. Let's see. So it has a water effect. Animated. Oh, so you can get different types of animations and then use Spring reverse from to config. And then that is put frequency, scale, transfer opacity, and that's put on the SVG. But how can I get that to happen to the separate? Okay, I think we're just gonna do some animations, CSS animations. So everybody hates on V3 School online. I don't really know why, but the funny thing is that they're actually a Norwegian company, and they're doing pretty well. Okay, so delay in animation. Set how many times an animation should run. Forever. So I kind of want that for the little circle, the little bubbles. I kind of want this to you know, squiggly, squiggly, squiggly. But for the bottle, I wanted to kind of jump when pressed. But I guess I don't get like such a nice style as the React Spring one. Let's see, common API. But I don't see why though. It should be able. I should be able to get that use Spring. Where are my pages? Style. Use boop. So use Spring. This shouldn't have anything to do with the DOM, so I don't know why. I should be able to just use it right down here. I'm gonna try instead of use boop because he is like doing lots of stuff here that we don't really need. So if I just use Spring. Just to use Spring. It's booped. Rotation, where's that coming from? That's coming from there. Scale is coming from there. Config is coming from there. What it gives me back is the style. And I should then be able to use that style on anywhere. Okay, if I just remove it, what happens then? Well, that is not correct. Style. This is turning into a little bit of a boring stream since I can't figure this out. Oh, I'm on bottled happiness. Where am I? Here am I, sorry. Okay, so nothing happens when I put the style on there. But if I console log the style, the stuff happened. stuff did happen. Okay, console log style. I cannot write today. Console log style. It's booped. Oh, so so we get everything back. Display. So that's why that has to be set. So it's not a regular style. It has to be set on the actual. It has to be set on the actual. And actually, on an actual animated. On a component that comes from React Spring. That's why this is not working. That's too bad. Now I'm wondering if I should export them as separate elements or if I should just, oh my God, time is almost up, people. Oh, I am getting a little, I don't know how to do this. Maybe this using this is wrong. From Spring, the privatized Spring is move data from one state to another. The optional from prop only plays a role when the component is rendered first. Use the to prop to update the Spring with new values. Springs are cumulative. They remember all the values you ever passed. Springs are physics-based. You never have to break your head. Could I use something like this and then, because if I could do Spring and then I get the props and then I use the props as a style. Two. Your springs. Your springs. Or pass a function. No, I think maybe this could be my. I could do something with this. Stroke. Two of them. So let's just try an opacity. Spring. And then if I do my illustration. I can do the props. Does that work? Now I'm thinking the red ones will kind of expect a spring. Let's try. Let's just copy the whole thing then, shall we? Opacity. And comment out our stuff. Ooh, and comment out our stuff here. I'm not going to work on this off stream, but I have a feeling if I want to get this done, I might have to work on this off stream, but I'm not allowed. So you'll just have to deal with me sitting here trying to figure shit out. So this should then work as intended. No, it does not. Where's my example at? Oh, I need to import it from somewhere else. That makes sense. Maybe I should read the docs better. Maybe I should read the docs better. Let's see how this works. Okay, so it did fade in and out. Now I want to get the illustrations. Now the red ones should fade in. They do. They do. Yay. So I should be able to take those boops, transform. I don't know if this works though. Config spring config. And then we have this drawing here. From value to value. Can they go back and forth? From to, what are my options here? Spring, interpolation, pretty much everything. They don't just handle number. Colors, absolute lengths, auto, non-animated strings, native only, config. Configs are configurations, ALAs, tension, friction, resets, everything can be tuned. There are also a couple of general. Okay, so if we do wobbly, config wobbly. Wobbly. Yep. So if we now do the Y, use boop. If we do from, if we do from, kind of nothing. Do transform. And then we do two. This one. Then I think we should have some wobblies. We need then this to be, we do 3 and 4 and 3 and 1.12 maybe. Are we missing? We're missing a bracket. But we're not supposed to do transforming now, so it shouldn't be. Oh, we need to get the config from, let's see. We need to get the config from render props as well. Where are we? There are we. Okay, so we get the spring, we get the config, and now hopefully our red stuff is like this. Let's see. Hello, a new friend from one of the Discords. We are trying to animate. I'm going to show you where we're at. So bottled happiness is our entry for the Silly Sight Challenge. We are trying to bottle up children's laughter. So when you click this bottle, I'm going to turn up sound. You get laughter, and hopefully my daughters laugh when we get that on tape. But right now we are trying to animate these. Oh, that kind of worked. I'm trying to animate the different colored parts of this SVG differently, because I did have one where you clicked it the same as this one, where it just like jumps up and down, but that was the whole illustration, and I want to try to animate the different parts of the illustrations differently. So that is what we're trying to do. It's mostly me just like playing around, not trying to, or not figuring things out. So not the most informative stream I've had. Okay, so it takes us from and then to, but what if I want to like wobble it back again? So it takes us to 1.1. So that's good. Is there anything we can do to get it to keep on going? Easing. Props to from delay immediately. There's a function reset. The spring starts to animate from scratch. So let's do reset true then. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Reverse on start. From to the spring starts to animate from scratch. Okay, from and to are switched if set to true. This will make sense in combination with the reset flag. So yes, reverse. And to our switch. This one makes sense. Shouldn't this give me back and forth, back and forth? Or do I have to do this myself so that they keep on going back and forth, back and forth? Let's see. I know. I've been doing coding for, 20 years, I guess, on and off. But animations is completely new to me. That's why I decided to do that for this challenge. But right now, I don't know what I think about that. But so transition. Oh, so there's trans. Is there one for transform? No. No, I think this is the one I want. I just wanted to keep on going. So if there is no on start, on rest, all animations come to standstill, frame by frame callback when the key is about to be animated, reverse from and to are switched if set to true. This will only make sense in combination with the reset flag. Start to animate from scratch if set to true. I want it to just keep on going, and I'm wondering if I need to add my own kind of React stuff then. Because none of these are continuous. So if I want it to be continuous, then I probably need, does this keep on going? No, none of these keep on going. So maybe if I on rest, so let's do a reset and reverse. And let's do a reverse at least. Const reverse. So now I want to reverse it when it's done. So it goes back. Reverse equals. How does the boop does it? The boop transform. So, oh, it flips it. So he said if it's not set as boop, then it is reversed. Ah, I see how he does it. That's nice. Okay, but we can just do a reverse then. Use state. Oh my God, I forget I have these snippets. I'm gonna try to learn to use them. So use state set reverse. So initial state false. And then we do reverse. And let's skip reset for now. So when it's done, we do set reverse. True. So did it start all the way out? Okay, so. I don't know. It's at least it comes back. But maybe we need to reset as well. That it only made sense. So false. Reset. True. That doesn't feel right. So you're behind. Oh, thank you. But now I'm trying to figure out what reset. So it seems like it starts. Does it start off out there or does it actually move? I need this to be slower so that I can see what is actually happening. So delay duration. If I'm doing wobbly tension duration. If larger than 0, we'll switch to duration-based animation instead of spring physics. We kind of don't want that though. Let's do delay so we can see what's happening. That's better. Delay 100. I'm guessing it's milliseconds. Let's do a little bit more. 500. So it's starting out there. Why is it starting out there? It's because I said reverse to true, probably. No, but I have it set as false. Reset. Okay, let's remove all of this, because I think in the beginning we got, oh my God, where are my comments at? There. Oh. Why is there so many? Oh, so from to, so I thought it would start here. It seems like it starts in the to position. Let's do 1,000. Oh, there's an error. You state, oh, nothing of this has been working because I haven't. Ugh. Nothing has changed. I have just been working with my errors. Suppressed. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, see, now it's working. And then that's exactly what we wanted to see. We wanted it to move. It's moving out. And then we wanted to move back again. And then we want to, what happens if we just do reverse true? Nothing happened when we, oh, we have reverse false. So if we set reverse to true, then it should go the other way around, right? Yep. If we want this to be in a continuous loop, then we need to toggle it. So if we do not reset, but we do set reverse true, but we don't want to do that. We want to take the last state and then we want to toggle it. Do current here. Especially when we do animations and stuff, I think it's very important that we don't just do, bang reverse, because we don't really know like what, this possibly is. So what we want to do when we toggle or we need to access the state, the actual current state in a use state situation, is that we get it and then we can toggle it. I think it's important. So in my head now, it should like go back and forth, but then we probably have to reset, don't we? So if we set reset to true, we did it! We did it! It's going back and forth, 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 back and forth. So this is a pretty boring thing though. So let's take away the delay. Let's do a lot less. Maybe just rotate a little bit, maybe like a -1. Then do 0.1. Let's see how that looks. Boop, 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 boop. I like it. Maybe they should go a little bit more up and down. Where's my Y at? Why are they not going up and down? I don't know. What if I do 0? A -1. then a 1, and then we'll do maybe a 2, I guess, and maybe no scale. Let's do a little bit of scale. Yes, confetti party cannon. Oh, now it's rotating way too much. 0.5. I just want them to wiggle a little bit, you know? Maybe I don't want it to be bigger. I just want it to wiggle a little bit. I guess we'll fix this soon or later, because what I need now, this is not going to look good because I want a different transform for each of these colors. So then I need to like wrap. Oh, I want it to be wobbly. I forgot that. We didn't need the reverse. I mean, I didn't need to set. The like wobbly. So I didn't need the, and I need to add like, so this will then be props 1. Then I guess I need another spring. I need another spring and props and everything. This will look pretty ugly. And that's around my illustration. And then another spring. So if we do -1 there, we could do like a 2 and a -1. And then no degrees and maybe a scale so they pulsate. Let's call that props. So we had props 1 there, and then we'll do props 2 there. And then we do props 1, and then props 2. Then hopefully these things are, I don't know if it's, are my blue things working? Do I have errors? Yeah. I guess I need another. So this is the props, and then it returns to spring. This is going to be super confusing. Props 2. Oh, so Chris was saying that there's an animation inspector. Oh, that could be interesting, but I think I'm just going to muddle through here a little bit longer. Then I need another, I guess. Because this spring, sorry. Spring. Then there's a props 1, and then that goes around spring. That comes down here. Then the illustration stops. And it's this, then it's this, then it's that. Should not be there, I think. Now, look at that. It seems like they're almost doing the same thing, though. I don't want them to do, so blues should do this, and prop 1 should do 1. So we do 0 on all of the blue ones. And then it can pulsate and become bigger. It's like jumping. It's not wobbly at all. Oh, they're not getting, so we need, this is going to be funny. So we need set reverse 1. This will be the 1. Reverse 1. This will be reverse 2. This will obviously need to be refactored, but we are trying to just brute force it right now. So what, our blues are not doing anything. This should be our blues. Okay, so the reds are moving back and forth. The blues are not doing anything. Props 1, props 2. Oh, but those are this is this is giving us the props 1. This is giving us the props 2, hopefully. 5, 5. Scale. And then the blues are getting props 2. They are not moving. Why is this pink moving, though? Oh, because it's also, okay, yeah. But why are the blues not moving now? Anyone see anything obvious that my blues aren't? So I set this spring from to 5, 5, 5. Maybe I'll rotate it a little then to see like why it's not happening. And then that's our props 2. We put the props 2 on our blue children. And everything is building. And we set reverse 2, reset, config wobbly. I kind of want them to wobble. Like, why are they wobbling like this? Our blue children. And then we have our red children and our pink children and our... I am not seeing why it's not working. What if I do something where like trans opacity 0, then opacity 1. Now they're gone at least, but they're not coming back. So why? Reverse 2. Use state false. Opacity 0, opacity 1. Config wobbly. On reset. Seems like something is being messed up because it should go from opacity 0 to opacity 1, but they're just never showing up. Let's have a look at our... pseudo class. Well, I'm not server-side rendering it right now. Okay. Let's try to console log those props too. Oh, I guess it's or if you want to. So for Chris, who's new around here, I have a different keyboard at my clients. So sometimes have a lot of problems trying to get this to work. Yes, it just keeps on saying opacity 0, opacity 0. So it looks like the transformation is not happening. It is from, but it's not getting to 2, even though maybe there can only be, maybe I can't nest these springs. So why I want to do this is because I want to keep my SVG as one SVG and then kind of just like access the children inside of the SVG instead of taking them out and like making each part of the illustration a component. I'm trying to just keep them as one SVG and then kind of accessing these children. But it looks like it doesn't want to do anything with these the second set of props. Somehow. Because they are not being animated. They're just sticking to the first. And I don't really know how to solve that. Re-renders on React. What are you referring to? Yeah, if you can explain a little bit more what you're saying, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, now I get it. So you're saying it's all re-rendered and then it's just back to the 2. Yeah, that's probably then it's just back to the from. That's probably true. You're right. I need to figure out a way to get different style props that are animated separately. But let's remove this. Let's remove this second one since that's obviously not working. At least I have learned a lot in this process. We'll see if everyone else is relearning anything. Let's see there. Okay. And then why is this not jumping in? I was doing control save because I was in the PC computer in my head. Props 2 are not defined, obviously. We have our first props. Maybe I should get these to just like pulsate and not rotate so much. Kind of boring. Have them rotate. I want them like wobbly, 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 wobbly. Why are you not wobbling? Yeah. Dang. I think it should be a lot less though. Subtle animations, right? Is anything happening now? It's too subtle animation. Okay, I think we'll do negative. Like it. Okay, we will at least try using Spring render props. Commit that, so we at least have this. I soon have to get into the woods with my family, so I won't be able to solve this today. And I think I have to cheat a little bit over the Christmas holidays and play with this on my own and then show you the solution next weekend, because if you've been hanging with me on all of these days, then the plan was to only work on this on stream, but I probably shouldn't have decided to learn something new when everything was supposed to be done on stream. But at least we have a little bit going here, and I'll do a last effort to see if I can animate, if I can figure out how to use React Spring. But maybe React Spring isn't the right thing for this, since I want to kind of get into those or get access to these children. But we'll see. Because I kind of want to use Spring, but then that has to be set. Then I need to set the style props on an element, which doesn't work. Then for this, I get style props, but I was having problems when I put nested these. So that didn't really work. I kind of want this solution where I just get the props back and then can add them to anywhere I want. But I guess that's not the concept of, that's not the, Ula says no cheating. So for the new ones around here, Ula is my partner. We are Lilly Labs. So I am the mom and senior developer of Lilly Labs, and Ula is the junior developer and dad of Lilly Labs. And then Lillian, 5.5, is our intern, and she's the one who's drawn that illustration I've been trying to animate today. So together we are a family business. And Ola is trying to keep me accountable because I shouldn't spend all my time on the silly site idea. So we might have to just take back the scope a little bit on this project and do something that looks fun but are not exactly what I wanted. So yeah, I haven't. What I could do, if I go back to Illustrator and I export all the bubbles as one SVG and then the bottle as one SVG, I could do wobbly. I could do one animation for all of the bubbles and then one animation for the bottle when you click on it. I think that's probably feasible next Sunday. Yeah. Cut scope, keep deadlines. Yeah, great mind thinks alike. That's exactly what I was thinking now. But I really wanted everything, but I can still have them in different colors. Like I'll find some cool colors and keep up kind of the randomness and whimsy with that. And then I'll export the bubbles and the bottles separately next Sunday and then animate them separately. And then we'll randomly play different laughs. And then we'll be done. Maybe have a little bit of a longer stream next Sunday. Yeah, but this is all that we managed to do today. Ola will wave, come and wave. So to wrap up though, we try different ways of getting access to our SVG children by using the springs. So this is Ola, our junior dev.
Am I on TV? Yes.
Yes, you're on TV.
Yes. Hello. I've been up on the loft working with Lillian.
Yes.
Our intern.
Yes.
I should have shown the drawing. But it's upstairs.
It's upstairs.
Yeah.
And we've also outsourced Christmas present making to the intern who's sitting upstairs making tote bags that she draws on that we can give to all our family members.
They're all finished.
Oh, they're all finished. Oh, she's made all of them. Yay!
Yes,
A productive Sunday morning for everyone at Lilly Labs. So, yeah, so I had this up because to keep me accountable, we have a family outing on Sundays after this stream, so I can't keep on just working on it, even though I really want to, of course, because I'm a developer. I want to solve the problems, but I know it's good for me to get out into the woods. So we will be doing that. And then I'll see you back here next Sunday for the final Silly Site Challenge stream, and we'll get it done one way or another. So this week I will make a tight plan so that we will just execute next week with what we know now. So Ula has been learning the use sounds by Josh Camo, and now I've been learning a little bit animation through one of his examples as well. And then we'll put it all together next Sunday and ship this. It's our Christmas present kind of to the internet and all the people that, like to hang out with us. So this is our Christmas present also for everyone. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, I think if I've done everything correctly, there's a link to my newsletter below. So I send a newsletter every Sunday with just what I'm up to. Life as an indie hacker, thoughts, those kinds of things. So it's kind of a personal newsletter. I don't promise to teach you anything, but if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, that's what I'm talking about in my newsletters. I'm doing the newsletter like we did it in the olden days, not like these new newsletters that are publications. This is a old style newsletter where you get to know stuff about me and what I've been up to, and Lilly Labs has been up to the last week. So if you want those, you can sign up below. And as I mentioned in the beginning, after Christmas, these Sunday streams will be me working on POW. So I'll just keep them up. I really enjoy doing this on Sundays. It gets me up and out and started with the day. And it's nice to hang out with people here on the stream. So I'm just going to keep on doing them, even though almost every Sunday I'm like, 10 o'clock, it's so early. But I'm going to keep on doing them. And then after Christmas, we'll be doing POW work, which is my main or our main side hustle, the Privacy First Menstrual Cycle Journal. So pow, 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 Roy. I'll do POW openings and endings and everything then after Christmas. So I hope to see you around then. This was all for today. I have been muddling around trying to get different pieces animated, and everything would have been easier, I think, if I just gone straight for regular CSS animations, straight in there as regular CSS. But as always, I was trying to learn a little bit more about use Spring and wanted to get that nicer kind of Spring movements. And we got a fair bit done. But we need to narrow down kind of my ambitions around animations. And next Sunday we'll finish up. So that's all for today. Have a great Advent Sunday. Have a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. As we say in Norway, God Jul, which is not, it comes from way back when the Vikings celebrated kind of the winter sun. No, what was the celebration? Yeah, the Vikings had a big winter celebration before Christianity. But so God Jul comes from that. So it's more similar to Happy Holidays than Merry Christmas. But so if you celebrate Christmas, God Jul. And I'll see you back here next Sunday. Bye-bye.